All right, so this is the very first podcast of 5x5, where we're getting to know different members of the New College community. And the very first person I have with me, it's my pleasure to have Dr. Doan from the New College faculty here in the 5x5 podcast. And good afternoon, Dr. Doan. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing great. It's after finals are over, so it's much more relaxing than it was.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. So I'd just like to start off. The whole format for us is going to be with 5x5 is we ask 5 questions, and we want it to take about no longer than 5 minutes. So I'll keep an eye on the clock for us. But the very first question I'd like to ask you is, what do you do here at New College, if you could describe that, and also how long have you been here with us?
I'm an instructor of biology in Natural Sciences Division, and I have been here. This is my 5th year here at New College.
All right. Very good. Great to have you. And then also, you're going to be talking about your sports or fitness background. Could you tell us just a little bit about what that is?
Yeah, so I'm the sensei of the New College of Florida Aikido Club. So it's a style of Aikido martial arts where we have competition. And so I've been doing that for 18 years.
Oh my gosh.
I've been a sensei. This is the 3rd club I've been a sensei at, but I've been a sensei in New College for about 3 years.
Excellent. How many students have you had on average per year in the program?
It widely varies. Right now, because of the pandemic, we can't practice fully, unfortunately. So we have a very small number. Regular people, only 1 or 2 right now. But last year, we had about 10 to 12 people that were regular, and a lot of people got credit as tutorials.
That's great. That's great. I know I've been able to talk to some of the students who've gone through the Aikido class, and they really appreciate it. So it's been a real benefit to us here. Really appreciate that. Could you tell me a little bit about how you got into Aikido?
Yeah, it's funny. I had actually never even heard of it before I started it. So I had done other martial arts a little bit. I did some karate and some ninjutsu. But when I started teaching at Vassar College, one of the other faculty that was brand new, sort of after our faculty orientation, we got to talking, and he said, "Oh, you should come to my Aikido club." And I said, "What's that?" And then I went, and probably the first day or 2, I was like, I don't know about this. It's very different from karate because there's no punching or kicking or anything like that. It's all throwing. But shortly, I realized that it's way better than punching and kicking, and I loved it, and I've never stopped.
Oh, that's awesome. So do you have, you might call like a favorite story or best story when it comes to Aikido?
Yeah, so I've been competing in national and international tournaments for a long time. And I was the U.S. women's champion for several years. And so that was really great. But probably my favorite was at the very last national tournament that I went to, which is the last time I competed in the United States in 2018. And my Aikido partner and I came up with this kata, which is a forms event. It's a freestyle event. So you come up with this very complex kata of movements. And we had never done one before, but we practiced really, really hard. We were there in the fitness center almost every day for months and months and months. And we were very proud of it. And we won the gold medal with that kata. And that year, I also won the overall award, which is the award for someone that participates in a lot of different events and is able to win the overall award. I actually lost the women's championship that year, which was sad, but I won the overall award. And so that was sort of the great culmination of my career, I guess, as a competitor. And I haven't competed in the United States since then. But it was just a great sort of final thing to do as a competitor.
That's awesome. You know, as you talk through that, it just strikes me, you know, a small little liberal arts college that we are. And it's interesting that you never really know who you have among you that has got just some interesting experiences, but also just what you bring to the table as a national competitor. You know, and you say international as well as national? So international competitor with Aikido, available to teach the students. I know that's been a great benefit to them, and been excited to see that class really grow over the years. So thank you for that. So in wrapping up, obviously Aikido is something that you're passionate about. It's something you stuck with for some time and competed at a very high level. What have been the positive benefits for you with Aikido?
That's really the people. So Aikido is a martial art similar to Jiu-Jitsu that it's really a thinking person's art as opposed to just punch or kick, or, anyone can do that. Maybe not everyone's good at that, but anyone can throw a punch, right? But in order to be able to do really cerebral, strategic fighting, it takes some really smart people that are really into it. It's not just a fly-by-night kind of thing that you could come in and come out of. It's the people that stick around in Aikido are really intelligent, really thoughtful people. And I have friends now from all over the world, from all the various teams, from the events I've gone to that I see at the events every year, every 2 years. And they're just amazing people. We have, really accomplished people of all sorts. And then also, as a sensei, my students have really developed a lot. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we didn't have the tournament this year, but we had actually scheduled to have the national championship at New College this year. And some of my students were really excited about competing for the first time, and they were going to, try it out and see how they do. So it's really just a great way of getting friends and really getting to know people from around the world. It's been a wonderful thing.
That's great. So just in summation, really appreciate that you're being with me today to talk about Aikido. And I suppose for anybody who is listening right now, who's interested either in joining the club or wants to know more about Aikido, that they could email you or call you, and you'd be able to talk to them about those things.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'd love to have more people in the club. As I said, it's a little weird right now because we can't fully do what we want to do because we can't touch each other. But we will be starting up again during ISP. And we hope to eventually, once there's a vaccine, to have full regular practice. So we'd love to have new members. And that's students, faculty, staff, anyone. We're happy to have you guys.
Awesome. Well, I have no doubt that in 2021, we'll have that tournament here at New College, and very much looking forward to that. And thank you for joining me today, Dr. Doan, and have a great day, and thanks again.